There's just so much.
You're listening to a Mamamia podcast.
Mamamia acknowledges the traditional owners of land and waters that this podcast is recorded on.
Hello and welcome to Cancelled, the podcast that looks at silly celebrity crimes and assigns charges and sentences to them so we can all move on with our lives. I'm Claire Stevens.
And I'm Jessie Stevens.
And Jessie, the lazy girl / boy theme is quite pertinent in
to today's episode, isn't it? Before we get into it, can I please share a listener lazy girl story?
May.
This is Alice. Alice does end her message by saying, my paralegal had to teach me how to DM in order to send this, right? That's how much she was like, this is a lazy girl story and I'm ready to share.
However, the fact that she has a paralegal is impressive.
I'm impressed by Alice.
She'd probably...
But you wait.
Okay.
Because she has a problem with packages. I had some hair gel delivered to the local post office from Amazon about a year ago. And after a few months of not collecting it, I called the post office to say I'm sorry. I'll collect it on the weekend.
I've done that.
Don't send it back to Amazon. But I never collected it. I have some new joggers currently there for going on 5 weeks, and I fear they may suffer the same fate. Okay, Alice.
Lazy girl.
She's a lazy girl. You don't know how many things I've never received. You don't know that post office close to my house, they're just sending things back. And it's not like they only hold it for 2 days. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 weeks.
The amount of times I've gone to the post office and they've said, oh, it's been sent back.
It's been sent back.
Because, and here's the thing, I actually blame post offices because it is never a good time to go to the post office. The line is always long.
Too long. Yeah.
It's never the right time. I'll go at 11 a.m. No, this is inconvenient.
It's extremely long. And the other issue is it gets sent back to the sender. And then I feel like it should be on them to get it to me because I paid. Okay? So I think it's on your Amazons to then get it back to me by your means.
Yes.
On your cost. I'm out of pocket.
Always.
You know, it should be your job. You know how it's like leave at door, blah, blah, blah. It should just be your job to find me. Am I at work? Am I at home?
I'll be where I am.
And you honestly track me. Like I'm trackable.
Yeah.
Everyone knows where I am all the time. I'm pretty sure that I've got my location settings on.
Well, the reason I get mad is because it's like, this is at the post office. And it's like, just leave it in front of my door. If it gets stolen, that's on me. Yeah, I actually would rather leave it out the front of my house, somebody take it and me launch a true crime investigation than me have to go to the post office. Yeah. No, bring it to me.
Madness.
Busy girls.
Yes.
Jessie, on today's show, we are talking about the ultimate lazy boy. And his name is Roberto. It's just Rob Kardashian.
What's his middle name?
Robert Arthur Kardashian.
Oh, I knew that because of the socks. Yeah.
Time to shine.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Rob Kardashian.
He is the younger brother of Kim, Courtney, and Khloe, and the older half-brother of Kendall and Kylie. He is best known...
It's weird to think of him as an older brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like he doesn't have a lot of sway with like Kendall and Kylie.
No, it's not, no. I don't think they look after him.
No, I don't think so either. He is best known for appearing on the little-known reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and for placing second in season 13 of Dancing with the Stars.
I didn't know that.
Jessie, he won Most Improved Dancer.
Can he dance?
Not really, no. So I went and watched a few clips.
Yeah.
And this is what I realised. I felt passionately. It's always easier for the men on those shows. They don't have to be as tricksy.
They don't have to do tricks.
They don't have to be as good
leg
as...
up and swirl and twirl.
The women are doing the splits and the men are doing a few good steps.
A tango.
And anyway, he beat Kim because Kim was on it seasons and seasons ago. He did better than Kim. I'm blown away that he came second. And that's
wow.
Like when he's mentioned, it's
Good
like he did come second in
Dancing
Dancing with the Stars.
You mustn't make fun.
No. He has a university degree, which is hard to come by in the Kardashian family. And he was one of the final judges of Miss USA 2012.
Oh, okay.
It's a career highlight. In 2016, he starred in the reality series Rob and China, which followed his relationship with
Black China.
And the pregnancy of model Black China.
This September, meet the future Mr. and Mrs. Kardashian.
So, what can we expect? Well, we know there will be fights.
Are you still texting bitches? Yes or no?
Tender moments.
Are you ready to be a daddy?
That's what I always wanted.
And Rob's road to getting back in shape.
Trying to get back out to life. It's a big change.
We'll get to them. Now, my vibe around Rob has always been that it's a little bit sad for him. Yeah, it's actually a lot sad for him. He doesn't seem to get the attention that his sisters get within the family. And in the earlier seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, he was crying a lot. He was a sad boy.
He did have a rough time. Did he? I'm sure you'll get to it, but was there a situation, a rehab situation, or has he had issues?
He has had issues. They've always been a little bit vague about his issues. He's got diabetes, but he also has what looks to be binge eating disorder.
Right.
And so the show documented his struggles with binge eating and his issues with body image, including the fact that he stopped going to events because he didn't want to be photographed and he didn't want to be seen. He didn't go to Kim and Kanye's wedding. He flew to Paris, did the suit fitting, and then was like, I can't.
Roberto.
I know.
I think he's my favourite Kardashian.
I know. I feel really sad for him.
Okay.
And so he also didn't attend Kourtney's wedding to Travis more recently.
It was like a European soiree.
Yep. And you can imagine his family haven't been particularly supportive or empathetic around these experiences and mostly have just told him to stop eating and to go to the gym. And they've tried to get him to do family therapy on the show many times, and he just
like,
cries.
No, I need a real therapist.
He's like, no, I actually need to talk about my issues. Because he looks at Kim and he's like, she's fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, he's mad at Kim. We'll get to that. The binge eating in particular was mocked and judged and made fun of. And I think maybe the sense was that that was okay because he was a man.
Right.
But binge eating disorder is just as common in men.
Yep.
And it is a serious
condition.
Mental disorder.
Yeah.
And it just was not taken seriously and he was made fun of for it. So I do have a soft spot.
For Roberto Kardashian.
Yeah.
So what's he on trial for?
Well, he also might be the most problematic Kardashian for reasons we will get to.
Okay.
Jessie, my structure for today is as follows. Firstly, business ventures, feet, Arthur George socks. What happened with Black China? Wait, what happened with the other ladies? And finally, telling lies and miscellaneous. I grouped them together.
Telling lies could just be under miscellaneous.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. I did it the other way around.
Okay.
Jessie, his business ventures. Rob Kardashian owns Grandiza Hot Sauce, sock company Arthur George.
I swear every American owns either a hot sauce or like a mayonnaise.
Yeah, Chrissy
A
Teigen
sauce,
has
but
like
yeah.
almost like a peri-peri vibe.
Yeah. It's how you make money.
The other thing is a lot of non-Hispanic Americans own products that really are taken.
Appropriate culture.
Yeah.
All right.
Are taken from like South American culture.
Okay. So
Yeah.
remind me what he owns again.
So Grandiza Hot Sauce.
Okay. Is that?
It seems to have like a bit of a Mexican vibe.
Okay.
Sock company Arthur George and clothing brand Halfway Dead.
Okay.
Just as a high level note, I'm not seeing a lot of consistency and I think we're throwing shit at a wall. We're going hot sauce, socks.
You know what I've
hoodies.
discovered is that, you know, like Logan Paul and like Prime Energy and stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, I think we've taken diversifying income too far.
Yeah, no, agree.
And we've just started to
pick
go,
a lane, any lane,
Yeah.
stay in that lane.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're not picking a lane,
No.
which is a rule that I think we should have been taught at school. And I think it's a crime to diversify too much.
Because what we miss out on then is quality.
Is quality and any sort of expertise.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
second Roberto is getting close to becoming an expert sock maker and
He
he's
goes,
understanding.
hot sauce. No.
yeah,
no.
he's understanding. He's going, so we have a fifth toe.
Yeah.
And that, you know, will be covered like this. And if we just put an extra seam, it will provide more space for the foot.
And then
next minute he's gone, my hot sauce needs to be hotter.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's distracting.
You've put hot sauce in your sock.
Yeah. And your hoodies. My advice to Rob would be to choose a thing, anything. Instead,
So diversify less?
Yes.
The problem is, are any of these things making enough money on their own?
On their own, absolutely not.
Okay, so we've got to stick to the diversifying income.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then it's like,
He's just waiting for something to blow.
Yeah, it's like if I take a million shots.
Yeah, one of them's got to land.
Yeah.
It's the rule of taking shots. And
Yeah.
it's like Chloe. She did the Good American Genes thing. That went randomly well. Kim and Skims.
Yeah, Kim and everything.
Kim and everything. Like, he's seen it with his siblings and he's gone, where's my thing? And it's like, well, your siblings don't have a 100% hit rate because we're waiting for Courtney's thing.
Maybe if you had a business that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't. So don't even act like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
She doesn't have a
she's
thing,
got
does she?
website. Yeah.
Oh, a
A
poosh.
bit like Goop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't taken off.
No.
Jessie, the hot sauce.
Okay.
This is from the Grandiza website. Created by an award-winning chef, Grandiza hot sauce.
Wait. I thought it was created by Rob Kardashian.
No, he owns the company, but
Okay,
obviously he
okay,
got
sorry.
a chef
To make it.
to create the sauce.
Okay.
So Grandiza hot sauce combines light, tangy flavors with a touch of spice. Wow, never been done before.
No.
When it launched,
How hot?
it's got like 2 chilies in the picture.
All right.
Yeah. When it launched, Chris wrote on Instagram, "So delicious, I'll be putting it on everything."
Aww.
Jessie, I do not believe she has ever tried the hot
No,
sauce.
no, me neither.
But unwavering support.
Unwavering support for a business venture.
Yeah.
She loves a business venture.
I could only find one written review of the hot sauce on Amazon.
Oh.
So on Amazon, it does have 2.9 stars out of 5. And the review from Jeff B had 2 words, no flavour.
Is that Jeff Bezos?
Maybe.
Did Jeff Bezos get on his own website to just go,
Be
my
like,
own customers need to know
that this
is
no
not
flavour
flavoursome enough. That is the biggest criticism
I
you
know.
can make
about a hot
about a
sauce.
hot sauce.
No flavour.
Because my issue with many hot sauces is too much flavour, in which case perhaps this is for me.
Yeah, maybe. Jess, only one member of the Kardashian family follows Grandiza hot sauce on Instagram.
Oh, for fuck's sake, follow your brother's hot sauce.
And it's Chris.
No.
And none of Rob's sisters have ever posted about it.
That's actually so mean.
Which seems slack, but also you can't be posting about every one of Rob's business ventures when they do seem to be quite random and disconnected.
I think that's passive aggressive. I think you've got to do at least a tile and a story.
And a well done, Robert.
And a well done, Robert.
Just,
You don't have to say it's the best hot sauce ever. Just go, well done, Robert, on your hot sauce.
I put it on something
Yeah.
and ate it, and I didn't
and you
die.
don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it. You know what, Kim? You don't have to do it. Who's the one we like?
North.
Get North to make a TikTok
She'd
about
do
it.
She'd
She'd do a TikTok about the hot sauce.
She'd do a
That's,
challenge.
That's your contribution from your family.
Yeah! Water no! Leader goes! Water no! Leader goes!
Jessie, moving on to Arthur George. I need to enter the vibe for Arthur George socks into the courtroom.
It's the vibe of it.
Because this is the man's major business. It's his longest running.
I've heard a lot
venture.
about Arthur George socks all against my will.
I think
So I
just
feel
from
like-
me.
Yeah, yes. Can I see? Because I've just got no vision. I assume before I see, I've always imagined it's a premium sock. It's
Really?
a premium, well-made sock that goes for like $25 a pair. That's
Okay.
what I imagined.
I had always imagined like patterns or prints. I'd always imagined patterns or prints.
yeah.
And you go,
I don't think
what
it's
a great...
hard to make a fun male sock.
Yeah. Well, you need to describe this
Okay.
for those who cannot see.
Oh, these are terrible socks. Oh, no. No.
Just
no.
Describe.
Oh, these are appalling socks. They look like something that would pop up as you're scrolling through Facebook that's made by a company that is illegitimate.
Yeah,
that
and
if
you're
you
gonna get
gave them your
scammed.
money, they would never send them.
Yeah.
And so you wouldn't. So, women's socks. Whew. They're grey. They say Arthur George in really big writing, which it's when your branding isn't particularly like
Iconic.
I just probably wouldn't. And then it has #blessed on the foot, which I don't like. And then it's got special wedding socks, which is a problem given socks aren't something you wear on your wedding.
No, not on your wedding day. And Jess, what do they say?
They say bride on the bottom and they're pink.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all like sports socks because they've got the 2 white bands.
Yeah.
Then we've got Father's Day and it says baby daddy and the person who's modelling them appears to be a young girl. And then we've got Mother's Day and it says naughty mommy
Yeah.
on it. And they're all exactly the same kind of style of sock. but with all different words on the bottom. And the thing about having words on the bottom of your sock is that no one can see it.
Well, that. And in many instances, he's got 2 words that aren't equal in letters.
No,
And so
no.
One word is small and the other word
Like
is
baby
big.
daddy. Yeah.
Jesse, here's some others.
Okay.
Tell me what
Smoke
you see.
weed. I love you. Motherfucker. Let's get baked. Oh, come on, Robert. Groom. What? Pop champagne. That's just too big and too small. Those 2 words. To die for. The other issue is that if you're wearing your socks on the wrong feet, then what you've got is mama baby and not baby mama.
Which the problem with those images that you're looking at right now is that they're around the right way for the camera. They're not around the right way for the person wearing them.
Yeah.
Critical design error.
Do you understand?
Yeah. No, I do. I do understand.
So like we read left to right.
Yeah.
But it's
touchdown. Oh. And so they're $15 each, which is 30 Aussie-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too much for an Arthur George. So I mean, I've said I was going to buy you some as a joke, but that's an expensive joke.
Jesse, there's not enough variety considering this is just a sock company.
Yeah.
There's 18 options for men and 21 for women.
Okay.
Not enough. E-commerce.
No.
Not enough. When you click on certain categories on the website, there's nothing there.
Oh, no. Okay. So the user experience is
phone
really
case,
poor.
I go phone cases.
Phone cases.
Nothing. Empty. Gift bundles. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, we don't have any.
No.
But we might.
Jesse, the site sells 1 onesie.
Oh.
For $99. What do you think of it?
It's a big onesie. That's that's an adult onesie. Sorry, I thought it was for a baby. And I was like, that's enormous. Does that have weed on it?
No, clovers.
Oh, okay. Like, I guess. To wear with
like
your Arthur George socks.
If you were going to make 1 onesie, would that be it?
No, but then these socks wouldn't be it either.
It seems from the website, it gives the vibe of a business that's gone into liquidation. That's the vibe I get.
I'm really disappointed.
Tell me about it.
Really disappointed by what I've just seen.
So much potential in
Arthur George has potential because we've said it's quite a premium name in that it sounds like it's the name of a prince.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like what's the name of a pierced penis called? A Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Like it's got the vibe of a Prince Albert. But what we've
gone
got
cheap.
is it's like an Alibaba where it looks like you've gone to the cheapest place in the world where you can exploit people to the greatest degree and make really cheap socks.
I think it's a drop shipping business.
Yes, that. I think it's a drop shipping business. When you're a Kardashian, I feel like
you can do better.
Yeah, exactly right.
Jess, there are no refunds or returns. All sales are final.
Oh, that's a company that's gone into liquidation.
Liquidation sale, no gimmicks, just great deals.
Yeah.
You can't be having no refunds.
I know. I was like, what if my socks are the wrong size?
What if they both say baby instead of baby mama?
Exactly. Jesse, again, one family member follows Arthur George on Instagram, and it's Chris. Finally, the clothing brand Halfway Dead. Personally, I think it's an appalling name. The vibe seems to be teen skate label.
How do you do, fellow kids?
That was legitness.
Yeah, it was, huh?
Which is
so half-assed.
It also feels liquidation vibes.
Yeah.
It's a very small range. Most things are sold out, which to me says you didn't buy a lot of stock.
And you did this on a whim.
Yeah.
You did this haphazardly. You didn't measure twice, cut once.
Mm-mm.
What you did was you went, I'm going to be a fashion designer. I'm going to make some things. I bought too many mediums and not enough larges.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck with a lot of stock at my home. Actually in my garage.
Of stuff even I don't want to wear.
Yeah.
Just one last time. One Kardashian follows Halfway Dead on Instagram, and it is the ever-supportive mother, Chris. Jesse.
I'm so upset with Khloe, Kourtney. Would I expect this from Kim? Yes.
No support. No support.
Or like a Kendall. I mean, I know they're only a half sibling, but a Kendall or a Kylie, just throw us a follow.
I know. Or just a little Insta
Does
story.
Chris engage? Does she like the
comments.
odd?
Yeah. So excited. Love this.
I love this onesie.
Yeah.
Has she ever worn an Arthur George sock?
Oh, I'd say probably, yeah. But I'll have to.
I think that woman has more pride.
Outside the courtroom, I'll have to follow that up.
Okay.
Jess, would you call Rob a thriving entrepreneur?
No. Would I call him an entrepreneur?
Serial entrepreneur.
I would call him a man with ideas from the lounge, which we have found before.
Yep.
A man who sits and he thinks, because he's got a lot of time,
Mm.
and he goes, hear me out, socks. And he takes you to brunch and he goes, I want to talk about this sock idea. He gets encouragement because people are kind. And then he makes Arthur George. But he's not a thriving entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm just going to just quickly check if Chris has ever worn Arthur George.
Okay. I think Chris probably follows because she has ownership. So she gets
Mate,
10%.
I reckon that Chris actually just has keys to the garage where all the stock's kept.
Yeah. No. But she definitely is. I think she owns most of Arthur George because Arthur George got into some trouble after all the Black China stuff.
Oh, so she came in to bail him out.
Yeah. She went, don't worry. Your drop shipping business won't die.
Not under my watch. Oh, Claire, I found a photo of her pointing at Arthur George socks in the shop.
She's not
She's
wearing
a good
them.
mum. She's a good... No, she draws the line at putting them on her feet. But what
she
she
goes,
will do...
That's a sock.
That is a sock that my son made. Well, technically he didn't, but...
He's selling it under his
Okay,
name.
I've just read a Daily Mail headline that says Kris Jenner plugs Rob's sock company after she bought half of it. So, yes.
Okay, what happened with Black China? You might be wondering, what is a Black China?
Yeah.
You don't know the girl that has become a true American success story, but you will.
She's a model, actress, and socialite, and is essentially famous for being famous.
Yep.
She gets talked about by rappers. She's in a lot of rap songs.
Yes.
Now, to make things confusing, Black China dated rapper Tyga.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago.
Tiger was then with, obviously, Kylie.
Well, Black China and Tyga had a son. That son's name is King Cairo. Okay?
Okay.
A few years later, and I think there may have been crossover, Tyga starts going out with Kylie Jenner, aka Rob's half-sister.
Yep.
And Kylie and Black China get into a feud.
Yes.
Online feud, social media posts. Then Rob starts going out with Black China.
Oh, it's an awkward Christmas.
So,
well, it would be, but I don't think they hang out.
So Jessie, can you read this tweet because it sums up the awkwardness that situation created?
When Rob and Black China get married, Tyga will be the uncle. Tyga will be the uncle of his own son, and if Tyga marries Kylie, she'll be the aunt of her stepson. Yikes!
So it was confusing from a family perspective. So Rob and China start dating in 2016. Weeks later, they announce they're engaged. 1 month after that, they confirm they're having a baby. They're very dramatic as a couple, and every time they have a fight, Rob deletes like every photo of Black China.
Rob, yeah.
And then is like, what? Everything's fine. They have their baby daughter, Dream, in November. It's still 2016. They've been shooting Rob and China.
Their own show?
Their own show.
Okay.
They're often...
I always assumed he wanted out of the Kardashians.
Yeah, no, until he met China. They're off and on for the next few months, and around this time, Kylie lets them live in one of her houses as a bit of an olive branch. China, I've bullied you. I've been cruel, but here, have one of my houses.
I'm sleeping with your baby daddy?
Yeah.
Have my home. Yes, I understand.
In an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that aired in early 2017, Kylie, so she agreed to let Rob and China live in her house. And she says,
and my brother seemed really happy, and I wanted him to enjoy his new life, and I wasn't here to block anyone's blessing. Apparently, China threw something at my television that I left there. It's just a little disrespectful, and I wouldn't do that to anyone else's home. It's really hard to support a relationship that's really unhealthy, especially when it's hurting my brother, and now it's affected me. And I just kind of wish they could both stop this roller coaster.
Jessie, if I let you live in my house,
you can't be throwing things at the television.
Threw something at the television, I'd think it was more than a little disrespectful.
Oh, yeah. Was she in the midst of a fight or something?
I think so. They're constantly fighting.
Okay.
Yeah. In late 2016, Kylie didn't invite China to a baby shower that she hosted for Rob because they were apparently broken
Rob's
up at the
not
time.
a baby. Rob is an adult.
Yes. But they were going to have Dream.
Okay.
How do you feel if right now I was like, I'm throwing a baby shower for
It's
Luca?
not really how it works. And baby showers, I've said this once, I'll say it again, are for the baby. And they're not for Rob, because now what I've seen is Rob in a onesie and he's got a little diaper on.
And a dummy.
And maybe some Arthur George socks on, and he looks silly. And I see Kylie dressing him up like a baby.
A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
But what you're saying is that he's having a baby shower to celebrate his little girl that's coming.
Yeah.
But the mother isn't invited.
Correct.
Okay.
And so Rob then gets mad that Kylie's done this. Because this is the thing about a dysfunctional couple. No one knows when they're broken up. No one knows when they're together.
No.
And if you choose sides, they get mad about it. So Rob gets mad that Kylie didn't invite China to the baby
The
shower.
shower of the baby she's carrying.
So Rob tweets Kylie's phone number twice to his 6 million Twitter followers and forced Kylie to have that number disconnected.
Roberto, that's petty.
That's petty. Then in the middle of 2017, so Rob and China have been on and off. By this point, they're pretty done. Rob shares a bunch of graphic and expletive-ridden content about China on his Instagram, including 3 naked photos, and accuses her of substance abuse and infidelity. When the photos were removed by Instagram, because they're completely inappropriate, you can't post them, he went to Twitter and posted them again. It's straight up image-based abuse. He was banned from Instagram completely after the incident.
This is why your own family don't follow you.
Yeah, and even now, he only has an Instagram account managed by Jenner Communications, aka Mummy. He doesn't have just a Rob Kardashian.
Because you lost your privileges.
It says
you
managed,
lost them.
managed by Jenner Communications. Rob
Which,
doesn't.
when you're trying to diversify your portfolio
Hard
and
to
you've
not
got to
have an
sell a
Instagram.
product, it's hard not to have an Instagram.
China then applied for and was granted a restraining order against Rob because he was posting all this abusive stuff.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Then for months, they're throwing accusations at each other about domestic
this.
violence and verbal abuse and physical abuse. Absolutely appalling. In September 2017, Rob and Kylie sued China because Rob says China attempted to choke him with an iPhone cord during an intense fight and claimed that China's relationship and decision to have a baby with Rob was nothing short of outright fraud to shake down the Kardashian family. And they said that she's a stripper who has created a reputation as a money-hungry, shameless pseudo-celebrity.
Okay. So the closest Rob has ever been with any of his siblings
Is
was when they bonded
over suing someone.
Okay.
His-
over how much they
his
hated Black China.
ex-partner.
I feel like he liked this moment in time.
Yeah, and the mother of
Because he
his
said,
child.
I feel close to Kylie.
Yeah.
I feel close.
In that I'm suing the mother of my
Yeah.
child. Then China countersues Rob for allegedly damaging her brand and verbally and physically abusing her. In 2022, they actually go to court.
They need to go on Maury so bad.
I know.
You are not.
China and the Kardashians go to court, where China argued her show, Rob and China, got cancelled because the Kardashians convinced E to cancel it.
Okay.
And they got in E's ear and said, oh, that China, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the jury decided that the Kardashians did behave in bad faith. They had told the executives and producers of Rob and China that China physically abused Rob, and they found that wasn't right or fair. But they found it had no substantial effect on China's contract or the fate of the show, and she was awarded no damages.
Wait, shut up! What happened?
We won!
We won! The truth is on our side. I knew we won the verdict. Let's sue her for our attorney's fees now.
Oh my God,
Who's with me? All represent us.
I think what happened is the jury sat there and went, absolutely, Kardashians behaved appallingly. Then they went and watched an episode of Rob and China and they went, this was never going to continue.
This wasn't right for the world.
Jesse, point is, toxic relationship, revenge porn, potential abuse. Rob, very,
Naughty
very
boy,
bad.
naughty boy,
Very,
naughty
very
boy.
bad. Moving on to what happened with other ladies. Rob generally is not kind to women.
He's not a ladies' man.
He's not. His relationship with his first girlfriend, Adrienne Bailyn, was documented on early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Rob ended up cheating on her, and she's spoken about it a lot.
You know, obviously America saw one of my breakups actually pan out on television, but you didn't see how it really went down.
What happened?
Pretty much we're like, we're not going to talk about it. It was private. We're going to keep it to ourselves. All good. And I think people would think that because I was cheated on that I would go out and be like, he cheated on me.
I would've.
I didn't want to do it that way. Because honestly, I was embarrassed. Have any of you guys ever been cheated on and you feel almost embarrassed? So I was embarrassed, and pretty much I was like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Keep it pushing.
Then in 2012, he dated Rita Ora.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. When it didn't work out, he started a hashtag about her. What do you think the hashtag was? Come on, you got to think of a hashtag about Rita Ora that's offensive.
Oh, I was going to say hashtag I want Rita Ora back, or hashtag call me Rita or something.
No, hashtag Rita Hora.
Rita Hora.
And accused her of cheating with 20 guys while they were together. On Twitter, he said...
It's weird when people do that. It's like, it's more believable to say she cheated on you with one.
I know, than
Whenever
20.
they're like, she cheated on me with 6 guys, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think she had time.
Yeah, it seems a lot.
Yeah.
He said, when a woman cheats on you with one man, I can live with that. People make mistakes, trust me. I've forgiven numerous times. But when a woman disrespects herself by messing with more than 20 men, all while being in a relationship with a faithful man, ... I love how he says, like, she disrespected herself.
Yeah.
Rob, shut up. When people were like, why are you posting this on the internet, mate?
Great question.
He said, I posted what I posted to keep myself from going back. Every time she messed up, I took her back. I just had to do that to make her hate me. Interestingly, Rita Ora was like, I didn't cheat. She said, I never thought it was actually a relationship.
Oh, shit.
In all honesty, I never defined it as boyfriend-girlfriend. She said...
Roberto never asked her out.
No.
He forgot.
No. And she just said, yeah, it just wasn't going to work and we weren't going out.
That's so embarrassing.
It is a little bit embarrassing. I said, Robert, please. Robert, stop with the Rita Hora.
And get off the internet.
Yeah, he needs to get off Instagram and Twitter. I think being banned
was a good thing for Roberto.
Yeah.
It's done wonders for his image because he got to focus on his dancing.
And do well.
Yeah.
Jessie, telling lies and miscellaneous. So perhaps Rob just wasn't in a good place after the Rita Ora debacle. But in August 2012, he announced to the world that he was attending the University of Southern California's Gould School of Law. He was like, everyone, I'm studying law.
I'm going to law
and this
school.
is where I'm going. Would have been lovely.
Oh, no.
If he really was attending the University of Southern California's Gould School of Law. Instead, the school tweeted that Kardashian never even applied, let alone enrolled, writing, news to us, wish him luck at the law school he's really attending.
Oh, no, he's not attending a law
He
school
has
at
never
all.
graduated, never attended or graduated from a law school.
I keep thinking that this is the hard thing about being famous.
You can't lie.
You can't lie. You get caught.
Yeah. Jess, in 2015, Rob tweeted this about his sister Kim. Can you describe what you see and just read the caption?
He tweeted, oh, okay. This is my sister Kim, the bitch from Gone Girl. And it is the bitch from Gone Girl walking through her front yard covered in blood looking like a psychopath. What did Kim do to him?
Well, a lot of people said that. What did Kim do?
Yeah.
When asked about it, Kim said, he thinks he's being funny. I got mad at him and he posted that to get me back. That's it. Him and Kim hate each other, Jessie. They really do not see eye to eye because Kim says he's been enabled by mum.
And she doesn't like, she's like, get off your ass and get
work,
a job.
And work.
And work.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Yeah. I think when she was like, no one wants to work these days,
She was
like,
talking about
somebody
Rob.
go and talk to my brother Rob.
Because he's not working hard enough.
No. She's really anti-Rob. And then Chloe's a bit like, let him be.
He's our brother, not
He's
everyone.
our brother. He
can-
was really good friends with Lamar and then Chloe and Lamar broke up.
It hit him hard.
That was hard for him.
Yeah.
Jess, Rob currently lives in Kris Jenner's old house, which was the house that appeared in the original Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Which confirms that all of his product is in her garage.
Yeah. It has 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. And you don't need 9 bathrooms if it's just you and occasionally Dream. That you don't need that, Rob. I think you're single.
Does he have any pets?
Not that I know of. Just previously, Rob lived in another house that Kris also bought for him. And
it's a real failure to launch, isn't it?
Before that, he had a long stint in Chloe's house where he lived rent-free, ate her groceries, and used her housekeeper.
Okay.
And the family tried to have an intervention. And he was like, leave me alone, I'm not coming out of my
Everyone has
room.
that sibling.
Yeah, you're like, move out of Mom's house. Yeah. But Mom's house is incredible, and honestly, he's doing well. He's doing well. Jessie, it's time for charges and sentences. Jessie, my charge. I don't think we've had this particular charge in the council courtroom before. We've had close, we haven't had exactly this. Being underemployed and bored, and as a result, starting shit.
He's a lazy boy.
Because Jessie, he's not unemployed. He's underemployed.
He's underemployed.
No, he is underemployed because you can't tell me he's doing any of the work.
He's not working a full-time workload.
No, absolutely not. You look at those 3 websites and I go, I've got 7 things you could do today to fix this.
For example, get some gift packs up.
Yeah.
For Arthur
and some
George.
phone cases, or remove the category. Remove the category if you can't sell me a phone case.
I would actually consolidate a few of these businesses into one. Okay. And so a gift pack idea might be socks for fathers, throw in a hoodie from your other thing, and throw in a hot sauce.
I think the hot sauce brand also sells hoodies. They're very odd. But Jessie,
he's got a great supplier in some very, very poor country where they exploit people.
Robert Kardashian's hot sauce is only $11. And it's like,
because people, he has blood on his hands. That's fine.
Jess.
Like, so do all the Kardashians, but, you know, their products are more premium.
Yeah, exactly. Jess, my point is that because he's so chronically underemployed, he is starting shit in his spare time, and he'd have less time.
We get kind of
antsy
in our free time. And this is the thing about someone who has nothing to do at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
They
go Twitter.
Yeah.
I could start
image-based
something.
abuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do? I'll ask Chloe why she's not following me. You've got to stop checking, Robert.
He's really blowing up all his relationships because the man's bored.
Yeah.
Jessie, sentence. Haven't had this for a while, but have had this before. Get a job, any job. It will make you feel better.
It's good for your self-esteem, your sense of self, and your sense of purpose in the world.
Yeah, that you're contributing to society. I had in my notes, he can lean into Arthur George, or he could not. It won't actually affect society that much. I think he could get a marketing job.
Why would you think that he would be capable of that?
Because I think Kris might help him, because I think she's probably good at marketing. And so he could be like, hey, Mum, got any ideas for this new job I'm doing? And she'll say, that's Kim's business. Because, like, he's applied for a marketing job at a random company.
happens to be Kim's because she owns all of LA.
Yeah.
What else could he do? Like a real honest.
Imagine if he was a teacher.
Why would he be a teacher? He has nothing to teach. Didn't you say he has a university degree?
Yeah, business. Hasn't served him well.
No. I have a very different charge and sentence.
All right.
We've come to a different conclusion.
Okay.
The charge is simple, straightforward, and I would say inarguable. Your socks aren't even good.
Your socks aren't even good.
I repeat,
well
your socks
said.
aren't even good.
Yeah.
And a lot has been said about your socks. A lot of fuss has been made.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, they don't even take me seriously. I've got my own sock line. Well, make a better sock.
Your sock line's appalling. It's gone downhill.
It's actually gone downhill because when I found that picture of Kris pointing at that sock, that was not a bad sock.
That was the sock that I associated with Arthur George, which was funky pattern.
A funky pattern sock is a brilliant product idea. Like, that's lovely.
It's the text that I can't get around.
it's the Alibaba version of the Arthur George sock that we're really upset by. And my sentence is one that I'm not sure if we've had before. We might have had it for Meghan Markle. It's not one I often give out, But for people looking for their dream, their place in the world, this is one I would recommend. My sentence is, I'm actually going to need you to throw more shit at the wall because nothing has stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So what I need you to do is try some new things.
Okay.
Sort of like a budgie smuggler or like, you know, a shoe. Or I'd probably steer away from hoodies. I feel like we have done that a few
We've
times.
done it in a few different
We've definitely done
areas.
men's apparel.
Yeah.
Well, didn't his good friend Kendall, she did a little bit of a tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive, profitable.
Yeah.
So I think if we're going to...
Maybe a hot sauce range. Like, why is it one hot sauce?
Well,
Do you know
because
what I mean?
he's putting his toe in.
Yeah, he's dipping.
He's not got a lot of money to kind of experiment with. So
maybe
he's-
like hot sauce and corn chips. Something like that, you know?
yeah. And
Something
maybe,
to have the hot sauce with.
yeah. I don't know, have a 6-month period where you just go, I'm going to throw 11 things at the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to open a restaurant. I'm going to open a bar.
Yeah, open it all.
I'm going to write a musical. I'm going to,
Yeah. And just really see. But what I want you to do is I want you to fill your week.
Yeah.
I want you
Yeah.
to fill your week,
See
your
what
calendar,
happens.
and just see what can be made.
Mm.
Because as you say,
He's
there's
underemployed.
some tasks.
Yeah.
There's some tasks on your list.
Starting with
Redesign
all your
socks.
website.
Yes.
And getting your Instagram back. That's
I
important
agree.
for promo purposes.
I agree. And what I would do, I know it's an awkward conversation, but I would call Kim and I'd say, can you share my socks? We grew up together. And I think he's probably not asked nicely.
No, he's just yell, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah. More.
Or you gone, girl. No.
More bees with honey.
Yeah.
More bees with honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's also my sentence, Robert. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Cancelled. We will be back next week. Cancelled is produced by Talissa Bazaz with audio editing by Thom Lyon. And we will have all of our receipts up on @TheTwinsThoughts on Instagram. Please continue to send through your Lazy Girl stories. We really like them. It's shocking how much we relate with each and every genre.
Lazy girl.
She's a lazy girl.
And if you want to leave us a review, that would be lovely.
We like that.
We really, really appreciate that. It helps people find us. And the more people who find us, the weirder we get as a society. Okay?
Yes. And not a review like Jeff B left on the socks.
Yeah, no flavour.
No flavour. No.
A nice one.
A nice one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.